Hi everyone, my name is Nadia Palagina and I'm gonna introduce you to the coworking spaces in Moscow. Today we're gonna have a look on Workstation. And this is the coworking area on Balchuk Street. This is the reception where you can ask all the questions you may have about this area. Let me show you what we have inside. This is the co-working space opened a year ago in February 2018, and it has 5 floors. On the very first floor we have the kind of like lobby area where you can work. Even though you're not a resident of Workstation yet, you can work here, and this is the very comfortable area where you can have a call, where you can do some kind of paperwork or whatever. Nobody really interrupts you that much. You have 5 conference rooms. 4 of them are really small one for 5 to 7 people, and one is a big one for 10 to 12 people. On an opposite side, there is a venue where you can have a workshop, conference, or something like this up to 60 people. And there is a kind of event right now going on in there, so you may have a look on it. At the same time, on the first floor, we have the cafe. And in this cafe, you may buy some pre-cooked healthy food. If you're a fan of, healthy lifestyle, or you're vegan, or you eat just eco products or something like this, you may buy really healthy food in here. Also, you can buy some unhealthy food as well. And if you're a resident of Workstation, you may also write some of your expectations, what you would like to have here in Workstation, and the organizers, the administrators of this working area, they will try to implement it into life. Some people ask for specific water, and I hope it appeared. It seems like it is a business center, but in fact, it is co-working area. So if you are looking for a place where you can have very, kind of like working atmosphere, like business environment, this is a good choice for you. This is Nigora, Business Development Director of Workstation, and she's gonna answer some crazy questions about how to be a tourist and work at the same time being in Moscow. Can you tell me what kind of people choose
to work here?
Yeah.
I would say it doesn't matter as long as you're here to work. So basically, if you can be freelancer, you can be traveler, you can be a corporate employee. If you know that you're working and you have to be concentrated, and you have to have the full support and serviced office, then that's our client. So basically, we have a lot of freelancers, and they come here on weekends, in the evenings. It's flexible. We provide that flexibility that no one in the market almost doesn't provide. And just because we know about the variety of clients can be. Mm-hmm. It can be, for example, a traveler, a digital nomad, who is in Moscow for a couple of days, but he always works, right? He's, IT specialist, and he has those 5-6 hours per day that he needs to concentrate, and that's all he needs. And then at the same time, then he goes and, does his traveling part. So basically, that's our client.
Workstation has 5 floors. The very first one is not like 100% for residents, so you do not have the open space or offices, but here, like the second, the third, and the fourth, and the 5th floor, actually, here we have the area where you can work. On the 5th floor, we have this kind of like patio. You cannot see right now the sun because it's cloudy, but it's somewhere over here. So when it's gonna be the evening, the sun goes down over here, and the view is pretty picturesque and beautiful. By the way, you may stay here for 1 day, 1 week or 1 month, and it's not really pricey. So to work for 1 day here, if you're a tourist, for example, and you came to Moscow and you just need some area where you want to work and they have a real working atmosphere, you would pay for 1 day of residence here in Workstation just around less than 20 bucks, which includes the coffee, the internet, the place where you can work. Of course, you should have your own laptop or something, some kind of device you're gonna work with, but still you have the access to the community of people who work here as well. You have all these kind of like facilities you can use, and it's in the very center of Moscow, just like 10 minutes away from Red Square, 10 minutes away from the Christ the Savior Cathedral. So if you came here for vacation and you work in your vacation, you can work here and then walk outside and party like Russian. For people who travel around the world and they work also during their trips, it's also a question where to work. Can you tell me more, like what kind of opportunities? Okay, I'm a traveler. I came from the US to Moscow for a week, and I'm gonna mix up my activities like sightseeing and work as well. Yeah. So where Workstation in this plan?
In this plan, I believe during the moment when you have to concentrate and work, and cafes are good as long as you're okay with random people walking around, first of all. Second, if you don't need any full service supported, like printing, tea, coffee included, or any support that you can get from actually the managers. Even if you have some personal question like, oh, you know what, I just finished working, where can I go? Our managers will be happy to help and say, hey, listen, there's that new, and they are locals, so it's nice, they can tell you. I don't think I don't know, someone in cafe can be like, oh, you know what, check this place. Mm-hmm. They can be nice, but they don't have to provide it.
Yeah.
Here you can be like, can you suggest me some places to check? And our managers will be like, you should check this and this. And our plan concerning, the travelers, why Workstation would be the best fit is not only support, but again, the concentration. You can work here, you can have your calls. We have phone booths. If you have a Skype call, let's say, with your boss, and you don't want to let him know that you're traveling, because there are a lot of freelancers who live like that, then it's an office, basically. You're just working from the office. Plus, we provide that flexibility. And by our flexibility, you can have 1 day access, you can have a weekly access, or you can get the monthly, package. So basically, and there are 4, we're opening our 5th location, which means you can randomly choose whatever is easier for you to get or closer and arrange meetings there, or, just be like, okay, today I work in this workstation, tomorrow I want to work in this workstation.
By the way, the owner of this place, he is an architecture by himself, so all this kind of like design and how the space is organized, he really cared and implemented a lot of his ideas, so this place would be cozy and nice for the residents who work in Workstation. If you have the phone call, you can go here so no one would disturb you. On the 4th and the 2nd floor, there is a kitchen where you can take some coffee, grab some tea, and there is a refrigerator as well, where you can store some of your pre-cooked lunches, for example. So if you cook for yourself and eat your own lunches, you can store it over here as well. Also, on the every floor there is a wardrobe and toilet rooms. let's have a look on the toilet. It's always interesting to see what kind of design people have in their restrooms, because it kind of like show people's attitude to the area they actually administrate. So there is an issue in different co-working areas when it is winter or autumn. There is a limited space for storing the clothes. So here on every floor there is a separate wardrobe. It's pretty spacey. So if one of your ideas for coming to Moscow is to explore the business community and probably find some new partners, new clients, or just to get to know Russian business community, Workstation is a good area for you to touch the Russian business community, because you have the chat for communicating with other residents, and also the people who work here, they're pretty open for communication. So this is one of the ideas for you where you can find people to talk about business, entrepreneurship, and developing your professional skills as well.